Question and answering time. So I'm going to make this short and sharp. It's a pretty straightforward question. Andy, do I need to track my calories in order to lose fat? And the short answer to that is no. Hell no, you can get great results without tracking your calories at all. People have got great results on all different kinds of diets, and there's a lot of diets out there which do not track your calories. People have lost plenty of fat by doing nothing but drinking a coffee a day and sniffing cocaine. That's how the models used to do it back in the day. Having said that, that's probably not the healthiest approach to dieting and dropping fat, and that you're not going to sustain that long term. A more realistic and sustainable way of getting great results and dropping body fat is to eat as much food as you can whilst dropping body fat, so whilst being in a calorie deficit. So for example, if you track your food and know that if you consume 2,000 calories a day, you don't gain weight and you don't lose weight, that's round about your basal metabolic rate. So that's, you know, your metabolism. That's kind of where you kind of sit at. If you drop your calories by down to 1,800 calories a day, then that puts you in a 200 calorie deficit a day, which is enough to stimulate fat loss, and you probably wouldn't even feel like you're restricting yourself. You wouldn't feel like you're on a diet. You could probably still go out and socialize and drink with your friends and stuff like that. So that's a lot more realistic and sustainable long term. Now, if you don't track your calories, then what happens with a lot of people is they just overshoot it. They drop their calories too much. They find it too difficult, and they can't stick to it. And they're in a position where they feel like, well, I can't do this, so I can't lose fat, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to just nail it just as far as I can go whilst I'm still motivated, and then eventually the willpower subsides because you can't starve yourself and fight against your body for that long. You know, people can do it for a month or two, even 3 months, but eventually your body's going to go, do you know what? I need food. You're not feeding me, and it's going to fight against your brain, and eventually you're going to yo-yo diet and end up back where you started because you've took things kind of too far. If you're in a slight calorie deficit, then that's enough to drop body fat, and better still, you know, if you're only in a slight calorie deficit, you're actually going to preserve muscle tissue, because people drop their calories down too low, they lose water, they lose muscle tissue, and that's what you want. That's not what you want. Sorry. So you want to eat as much as you can whilst being in a calorie deficit, so you can preserve muscle tissue, so you can maintain it long term and get to where you want without starving yourself.